Section 12 on Unit 7 with me, Miss Billman. This one we are converting. So remember, a conversion will start at a base unit. So write 2 unit rates relating meters to kilometers. We've seen this before, and really we don't use kilometers inside our country. So there are, 10,000 meters per kilometer. 1,000 meters per kilometer. Or 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So convert 525 meters to kilometers using any method. One that's good to use is to move your decimal point, as we went over in class. So I move that 1, 2, 3 times, and I get 0.525 kilometers. Now, when I'm going from kilometers to meters, I will be moving my decimal point to the right, and I get a total of 4,300 meters is 4.3 kilometers. There are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So there, they gave it that, 5,280 feet in a mile. We need to write a formula or write how they relate. So there's 528 feet per mile, or 1 mile is equal to 528 feet. You could write that. So now we need to convert 26,400 feet to miles. So 26,400 feet. Now I'm going to have to divide by 5,280 because that's what it is per mile. Okie dokie. So now I'm mathing in my head where I think it's going to be 5, because when I multiply this out, that's 0, 0. It's because I carry the 4. There's 4, 6, and there you go. It totally divides out. 3/4 of a mile into feet. So I would take my 5,280 and multiply that by 0.75, which is 3/4 written in decimal form. So I multiply that out, and there we go. But I need to do my 7. So there's 56, carry the 5, 14 plus 5 is 19, carry the 1, 35, 36, add it all up, 0, 0, 10, carry the 1, 16, carry the 1, then it'll be 9 and 3. But I need to move my decimal point to the left. So it ends up being 3,960 feet. We're going to find the area of a right triangle with a base length of 30 inches and a height of 3 feet. Wow. So we're dealing with 2 different units, which sometimes can be scary. So we are going to take that 3 feet, which ends up being 36 inches because there's 12 inches per foot. And on the left-hand side, I rewrote my formula for base times height divided by 2. So 36 times 30 is 1,080. Divide that by 2. There's 5, and it'll be 540 inches, because that's what we worked in. 540 inches squared for the area of that right triangle. A cart is 50 centimeters tall. The cart has 3 boxes stacked on it, each 40 centimeters tall. Will the cart and boxes fit through a door 2 meters tall? Explain. For this one, I would definitely need to, visualize. I could draw a picture, but I could also stack these with their math. So I know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So I'm, stacking these numbers just like the boxes would be. So I have my 50 for the cart and 3 40s for the boxes. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. So the door is 200 centimeters tall, and all of my boxes on the cart are 170. So the cart will fit through there with about 30 centimeters to spare. Imagine if we use centimeters. It's, sounds like using the metric system might be easier to go back and forth from, because you are really just moving a decimal point. Number 9, the soccer field is 300 feet long and 100 feet wide. The coach asked the players to run around the perimeter of the field 20 times during practice. One player commented, "They must have ran at least 5 miles." Was she right? That person probably would have been me saying that. So I'm laying out the perimeter of the soccer field. So the field is 300 feet long, so I know that's going to be long, and 150 feet wide. So my total perimeter is 300 plus 300, which equals 600, plus another 300 because that's 150 plus 150. So it ends up being total perimeter of 900 feet. So if they ran around it 20 times, I'm going to take that 900, multiply that by 20, and I will be looking at how many feet that they have. So that's 0, 18, there we go. So I have a total of 1,800 feet that they ran total. Now I know if I go back up 1 mile, if you go up to the top, there you go. So 1 mile is less than that. So I knew 5 miles would be, the 20,000s. This is, and you see there I'm adding again. We get, it's just not 5 miles. It's definitely not, because, and you see, I forgot a 0. So it's 18,000, but it's not 5 miles. It's definitely not. It would actually be less than that, because we learned up top that a mile is around 5,000 feet, and this would probably be, about between like 3 and 4 miles. Either way, this is a really good skill to have to be able to convert any kind of measurements. And thanks for joining me.